why 2022 is the year of the price increase. And I say that for a variety of reasons. So I have so many people telling me that they can't find people, that their work is backing up, and because they can't find quality people, and the complaint goes on and on and on. And I tell them, well, you know, think of your labor as basic economics, guns and butter, supply and demand, right? So when your supply side cannot keep up with your demand side, you have two choices. And your supply side is really not a choice because you're not finding the labor. So you're going to have to temper down your demand side. And so you do that through your pricing strategy. Increase your prices under the umbrella of inflation and under the umbrella of what's going to end up being by year end possibly 10% interest rates. You can't do that. I'm going to lose customers, blah, 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 blah. You know, but hold that thought off to the side. Let's talk about a concept called the breakdown. Now, the breakdown, we all kind of know, you know, the car breaks down, you know, the body breaks down, the whatever breaks down. But don't forget about the true definition of breakdown. Breakdown is anything that causes an interruption in the capacity to take care of a concern. So let me say that again. A breakdown is anything that causes an incapacity to take care of a concern. So in the case of a car, your concern is you get into the car and you've got to get to your destination. That's your concern. That's what you're trying to deal with. You get a flat tire, and guess what? That's what that is it's an interruption in your capacity to take care of that concern. So when you get that flat tire, what you do is you call it a breakdown, right? There are other types of breakdowns because one of my oldest and best clients as a salesperson in the chainsaw business was Don's favorite company, Kmart, on Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Loved Kmart.
And I used to go there 3 or 4 times a year. And I used to go ahead and present all of our new products. And I would always ask to see the vice president, and I was always turned down, but I always made my meetings early in the morning, so I'd be around at the 9:30 smoke break. And they all had to go outside onto the campus grass and smoke. And that's where you got to the vice president. You just walk up to him, you just start talking to him. But if you went through normal channels, well, regardless, the point being is I got huge orders out of that smoke break, and I didn't even smoke. But guess what? Our factory wasn't set up for that big of an order. That's a breakdown because I interrupted the capacity to take care of concerns. Let's take a breakdown and pull back in the original talk, and that is when your supply side doesn't meet your demand side. That's a breakdown. And when you're reluctant to increase your prices because you'll piss somebody off, what you're trying to do here is maximize your profits by pleasing your best customers and letting your less profitable customers go by the wayside. That's counterintuitive to a lot of people because so many business people, so many salespeople want to sell everything to anybody or everything to everyone. One of the things that you can do, but if you do that, when you do that, and you take that attitude, and you know that on a macro basis for your whole business, you are letting a lot of people down because you don't have labor. Well, that's not going to help your image in the community as a service provider. That's going to be, by definition, a breakdown. And your business is going to suffer from that reputation unless you increase prices and get that supply side back in line with your demand side.
That I almost couldn't say it even better than that. But I will tell you things that we talk about as a training protocol. And number one, if you've got too much that you get into the supply and demand, well, here's what I tell my clients. Raise your price and you're going to lose some of your clients. So let me give you a quick mathematics, right? If you double your price and lose 50% of your clients, have you ended up less or more than you were before? Mm-hmm. Well, you're the same. Most people, the reason they're struggling finding people is because they're paying the absolute minimum that they can. If you pay more than everybody else, if you have a better value proposition towards income for the people you bring in, you'll have no problem finding people. The reason people are having problems finding people is they're trying to go to the bottom of the pool.
Exactly
right. They're, you know, the people that they're talking to are the people that are going to leave for $1.
Churn and burn.
Churn and burn. Sure, they're going to go down the street. They don't care if they show up. You know how we always hear the horror stories. The person doesn't even show up. Didn't call to say they were sick. They just never showed up.